This is YouTube Joseph WM. May we get your story? Let's begin. So I'm finally back. Making regular videos after a while. Now I have a new iPad I got for Hanukkah. I because yeah, the old one kept dying, and even at full battery, unexpectedly when it wasn't supposed to. Anyway, now this is Let's begin. This is Walking with Prehistoric Flora bonus program. So the reason why there's a dirt scene is because today we're going to look at this, the final special feature and the final part of the Walking with Prehistoric Flora series. We're going to be looking at several different fossils of a few of the plants, one from each episode. One from each episode. In the series, starting with hold on, the Barragonaphia from the Devonian. I'll read some more information about it from the book, which I'll link to in the description. For the Silurian, Barragonaphia was an unusually large, complex plant with upright branches that grew from ground hugging stems. And then I'm not gonna read the whole thing because that might be plagiarism, or I want you to get not very sure. Anyway, YouTube, please don't give me if you give me a copyright strike or strike for copyright or plagiarism, I'll take you to court and sue you. Anyway, moving on. That was the Silurian, in case I didn't mention. Now the Devonian. This one is not, unlike the rest of them, is not a plant. It's a fungus, actually. It's called Prototaxides. And it grew up to 26 feet tall. It's one of the world's most enigmatic macrofossils. It was first described in the 1850s by Canadian geologist Don William Dawson, who thought it was a piece of rotten wood, or a piece of fossilized rotten wood. And then we have in the Carboniferous a plant fossil that I think is very interesting. I only showed the seeds of these, but I'll explain why in a minute. They're the medusulas. They're interesting because their seeds were as big as eggs. And then I think that's interesting, and they were one of the most intriguing plants of the Carboniferous. Unlike most of seed species, it did not bear flowers. It grew by new fronds at the top of its stem, while the oldest ones fell away to reproduce. And then look at these yeah, alright, they're just interesting, I think. Next up in the Permian, we have the Oligocorpia. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing any of these names right. It was a fern. It was a ground-hugging fern, similar to the fairly similar to living ferns. It was found living ferns that are mainly found in the tropics. It's known as forking ferns. They're known as, those living ferns. They have fronds just ignore any noise in the background, that grow in pairs. And then all good carpet, like all ferns, all good carpet spread from place to place by spores which developed on the undersides of their fronds. However, recent fossil find, when this book came out in 2019, show that rhizomes may have been just as important, allowing it to invade it, allowing it to invade new areas of of the ground in the way that backhands do today. I don't know what those are. So these are from the Permian, in case I didn't mention it already. Next up for the Triassic, we have Dichochronium, which was a cortiosperm. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And they lived in the southern hemisphere. They were a group of plants. No, they were, I already mentioned that. The cortiosperms were seed plants of uncertain relationship found mainly in the southern hemisphere. They had fern-like leaves, but they produced seeds instead of spores. So these are the Triassic. This is the Jurassic now. Jurassic. This plant from the Jurassic called Wilmesonia had many characteristic were they were Bevnosterians, which were a characteristic group of Jurassic plants. And then almost they had a seed producing flower. The central. Oh, you know what? You know what? The rest of them I'll just show you. I don't want to read anymore. I meant to just show you the fossils. You could check out this book. I'll talk about the book at the end. And then Cretaceous. Well, this is Cyodidia, another Bemistonians. They lived in North America and Europe. In case I probably mentioned some of this information in this video that I'm mentioning now, and for these plants and the actual episodes. I mean in this bonus program. And then finally, for the Cenozoic and the Paleogene, we have this angiosperm flower and plant called Flossacea. Alright, the book that I've been using is called Dinosaurs and Prehistoric Life, a definitive visual guide to prehistoric animals, but also has plants, as you could see, and microbes and all that. It's made by Smithsonian DK. I'll leave a link in the description. And thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. As always, bye-bye. And share this video also.